Hi, welcome to the start of what I hope to be a playthrough of Lobotomy Corporation. Um, Now, I want to make it clear what this won't be and what this will be. This won't be a blind playthrough. As you can see, I've already played a good amount, and I've seen the ending to this game. It also won't be a guide, or an in-depth guide, at least. It won't be guide first. I'll give, like, knowledge that I know, but I'm not good at this game, period. It's a very difficult and very punishing game. Um, and just right off the bat, this Let's Play not being those two things makes this, like, a lot less enticing to watch to other people, but the purpose of this Let's Play is to, um, one, to challenge myself a little bit, to make myself make content in some way, and to play Lobotomy Corporation, because this game is uh, tough, to say the least, but also to give a more accessible medium to where uh, people that find this series to be difficult to get into, they can. This just makes it more accessible to them. And maybe a little hope of mine is that I can use this Let's Play to get some of my friends into Project Moon as a whole, but this is mostly just a thing that I wanted to do for myself. Um, but, yeah, without further ado, let's, create a new, save. Uh, by the way that you, create a new save is hitting this not for stay, because there are some things that are kept between resets, and that'll be, like, a crucial part of the gameplay loop. It has rogue-like elements. It's a rogue-lite, as I've heard it be called. Very light, in fact. But I want to start from scratch for the sake of this Let's Play. So let's lobotomize ourselves. Yeah. Lobotomy Corporation. Face the fear, build the future. I'm debating whether or not I want to go through the tutorial. You know what? Let's go through the tutorial. And clean off the rust off our gears a little bit. And also, it is a part of the game, after all. Look, it's Angela. Hello, manager. Welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. Starting today, you are responsible for managing the abnormalities we have and ensuring we meet the daily energy quota. Also, heads up, I'm not a voice actress or anything like that, so... Plus, I have a cough, so my voice acting won't be on par, but I still would like to do it. You can move the camera with the WASD keys on your keyboard. You can also press and hold the secondary mouse button and drag the mouse. You can zoom in, scroll wheel. This isn't lore important. I'll probably not voice act the tutorial, that's a bit tedious. You can pause and read if you really want to know this stuff. Please view the selection. Oh, manager manual. That is an important thing to know. I think I remember. I haven't played this game in a while, so part of this is gonna be a little blind. This bar is the energy that you need to collect. And this is how much energy we complete from work. Let's do instinct work. If, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Not much commentary over this, but you know, it's the tutorial. Just explains how working with abnormalities and energy collection works. You go do work with abnormalities, you get energy, energy is here, you get all energy, you do good. Also, these boxes you can spend on equipment and information, which is a separate resource from this energy, but like comes from the same work. Yeah, and each of your employees have unique stats, health, sanity, which are determined by these two stats. They also have work speed and success, which is determined by temperance, and attack speed and move speed, which is determined by justice. In this room, right here, it heals employees when they're inside it. Everywhere else, they will not regen health unless if there's something else that's regenning them. This work was good, as you can see from Smiley Face. And every time this hits the end, they get healed a chunk. Yeah, and you can also, in addition to just selecting agent to work, you can move your agent during agent anywhere you want with movement tech. I don't know if movement tech is the right term. It's more micromanaging skills, but you know, we ain't playing a fighting. Well, I guess against fighting some abnormalities, but yeah, I digress. And different kinds of work better with different kinds of abnormalities. Also, the kind of work increases in success, usually, depending on how much of the corresponding stat your worker has. I don't know why Joshua is here 5 times. I multiplied Joshua. Here is where you gain information and equip ego equipment from abnormalities. Basic information, managerial guidelines, work information, escape information, and that's the ego equipment. You also get buffs depending on how much information you have on the abnormality. Uh, yeah. And ego equipment can be used to increase the damage and resistances of an employee. And ego gifts are a unique kind of equipment that can be randomly obtained with working with an abnormality, usually at a pretty small chance. It's usually like 1 to 5%. Pretty small. 100%, this is just for tutorial reasons. They usually give very slight adjustments in stats, but you can stack a lot of ego gifts on an employee as long as they're ego gifts of a different type. This one's a hat, so it can't stack with other hats, but it can stack with, you know, like, oh, what else is there? A bow tie. That I don't think that's one in the game, but just as an example. And then the abnormality observation records. This is just lore. It's just lore. I'll read this here because it's interesting. And I'll be reading every abnormality story record because they're fun, and I'm a Let's Player. Okay, let me clear my throat. An abnormality in the shape of a training dummy used to train up-and-coming managers. Rumor has it this abnormality was chosen to be used for training, as it was the most docile and tame of any that we have extracted. It is called a training dummy rabbit, but it doesn't seem to enjoy carrots. It likes people. It likes people. I'm sorry, I'm reading this weird. It likes people. If it escapes, it is merely following the employee as they leave its containment unit. By the way, the music in this game is good. It's awesome. I love it so much. Even just the everyday, like, background music is such a jam. Fucking... I forget the name of this track, but it's one of the good ones. Which is all of them. Yep. This gives basic information, risk level, which is kind of an arbitrary thing without other information. We have what outcome ranges determine what the success outcome means, which is also an arbitrary thing that requires additional information. Some abnormalities do a thing if bad work is done, or mediocre work, or good work. It's just another mechanic. Work damage is damage you take from working with the abnormality, so that's actually an important mechanic to keep in mind. Let's do attachment because Angela tells us to. Oh, up here is the cliff-off meltdown gauge, and when it reaches full, usually just a cliff-off meltdown will happen, which we can see happen soon. As Joshua goes to work on the standard training dummy rabbit. So what's happening here is that you, I'm pretty sure what this means is that you have to work with the abnormality within this period of time, or else you'll get a penalty to your enkephalin, and the abnormality might go crazy. Depends on the abnormality though, but do try to get to it within this period of time. Notably, it doesn't go down when you're already working with it. Uh, Another aspect of the cliff-off meltdown gauge is, I forget the term, but if you see this dawn, it doesn't make it to where there's a cliff-off meltdown, but there's like an outbreak of like enemies that you have to defeat. And we completed the day. We reached our energy quota. Yippee! And here we can see that some of our employees might have leveled up some of their stats, as they do from doing certain kinds of work. Or I think they also level up depending on the damage they take. I don't know, that might be misinformation. Also, if they level up enough stats, they get promoted, which is another arbitrary stat. But, you know, you are also rewarded with lob points, which you can use in between days to level up employees or hire new ones. Survival rate, this just tells you if you did bad or good. Did you let them die? Did you let them live? We'll see. Mission clears. And of course, this game has missions. Side objectives besides just getting the enkephalin for the day. You can retry or go to the next day. Kind of self-explanatory. So, yeah. Yeah, this tutorial is a little wordy, but hopefully I'm helping make it a bit smoother. And also, through completing missions, you usually get research, which makes either improves things about working or introduces new mechanics that give you more options when dealing with stuff, situations, shenanigans. This is, what is this? Oh, this is just the tutorial one that does nothing. We researched nothing. Here's where you hire and upgrade employees. Good old Kinsley. What's she telling us to do? Oh yeah, you can also upgrade employees as you're hiring them. Of course, that'll cost more lob points, but you know, it's useful. You can also strengthen them just by clicking on them in the standby. And you drag, blink. Here's where you equip Ego. Splink does more damage, different damage type, additional stuff. Ego suit. Splink. Looking good. That's the manual up there. It'll hopefully help you if you're stuck in certain situations. But The cliff-off countdown, it goes down whenever, I think, well, it depends on each abnormality, but if a meltdown occurs and you don't attend to it, this will tick down by 1. And usually what happens if it reaches 0 is the abnormality either escapes or does a fucked up thing that you don't want happening. So, see here, it escapes. So we have to suppress it. Here you can see information and send people to go suppress it. So let's send Jenny to go beat him with hammers. Also, sometimes they will be scared and take SP damage. And we'll see what happens when an employee reaches 0 SP. So, send these guys to help Jenny. These are clerks, they're useless. Not exactly useless, but you'll grow to treat them as useless. Pay no heed. Ah, I see. So, Jose here has gone crazy. Each employee has actually a different thing that they do when they go crazy, depending on their highest stat. I think if they have highest fortitude, they go and murder people. If they have the highest prudence, they run around the place and make it to where anyone that sees them also takes sanity damage. I think if their highest stat is temperance, they just kill themselves. And justice, as you can see here, they go out and try to break out abnormalities, which is the most annoying, arguably. But if you have specifically or white damage or black damage, you can bring back a insane employee from the brink by hitting them with hammers. I recommend just doing white damage because black damage also does physical damage, and you know, if their HP drops to 0, they die, as most games work. And now Jose is good. Yeah, you can restart if things go too fucky, which you actually will do. You will restart a lot. Which one? It's telling us to hit this button. I press this button. Should've. Let's check the time on the recording. I haven't used OBS in a while. Where does it tell the recording time? Ah, right there. Okay, we're at like 25 minutes now. Goody. So we finished the tutorial, and now we can actually start the game without Angela barking at us. She will bark at us. I lied. Ah. Here, which will occur, the screen which will occur between days is where you pick the abnormality that's going into your facility. For the first day, there's only one abnormality. It feeds on the evil that seeps out during conversations between people. Goody. Hello, X. I give you a warm welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. I am Angela, your advisor and secretary. My role as an AI is to assist you in adjusting to your new workplace, so please have no worry in speaking with me or asking any questions. Have you ever met an AI with such a suave name? I was born from one of the wings of the world. It signifies that I am one of the best to exist in this age. Ah, I know what you must be thinking. Your eyes show that you think I look too human to be an AI. Am I wrong? However, there is a great difference between us. I am bound here. I cannot go wherever I please like you do. I may be able to operate the systems of this corporation, to open a door or prepare a cup of coffee for you, but I cannot step outside of this building to bask in the sunlight or feel the gentle breeze. Now, in regards to my appearance, as you can see, the color of my hair is that of I'm so sorry. The color of my hair is that of the morning sky after a light shower. The tone and shape of my voice is taken from the wisest person in the world. Lastly, my face is picturesque of the person who had the most beautiful smile. Don't worry, that was a joke. There can be no such person on this earth. My appearance was designed with attractiveness to the largest number of people possible in mind. If the way that I look is pleasing to your eye, then I am working as intended. Moving on, artificial intelligence is much more artificial intelligence is much more efficient in comparison to humans in terms of multitasking. I am the best in a majority of work fields. I am able to handle the work of several dozen people at once. I'm certain many people have lost their jobs because of me. Such a shame. Well, enough with introductions. Is there anything you'd like to know? Tell me about yourself. Well, how should I describe this in layman's terms? I heard that it took an enormous amount of time and effort to create me. All kinds of new algorithms and features were developed, inscribing a new chapter in the history of artificial intelligence. And I serve the company in search of a solution. In search of a solution, we happened to stumble upon mysterious beings, whom we dubbed abnormalities. Then, we figured out that energy could be harvested from these abnormalities via a special method. While AIs as a concept have become so commonplace that they are seen and used every day in this day and age, I am quite different in comparison to the rest of the pack. That is, I can closely imitate human emotions. This is not a simple task, as emotion is highly sophisticated. Originally, sorry, I have something in my throat. Ah. This is not a simple task, as emotion is a highly sophisticated, originally biological system that is substantially more unpredictable and complex than any other. Like I said, I'm no voice actor. Along with other functions at my disposal, I will be your perfect partner. You have joined the company at the opportune moment, by the way. The Lobotomy Corporation is always looking for ways to improve its harvesting process. Our systems are continually updated to support this. Speaking of which, there was a new update to the system right before you arrived, which means that working conditions have been improved upon compared to those of your predecessors. Think of it as a small welcoming gift. Best of luck for us. I was just about to mention you. I was just about to mention you. You don't understand the concept of patience, do you? No, I do. Oh, pardon my manager. Pardon my manager's manner. Pardon my managers. Oh, my managers. Please pardon them. Oh, pardon my manners, manager. I was talking to one of the other AIs that work here. I should introduce her to you. Our facility is a huge one, and even I have the trouble managing it on my own. So someone determined that there should be an AI to assume head control of each department. If I were to be considered the cerebellum, they would be the cerebrum. They would be the cerebellum. My bad. Brain stuff. Lobotomy. Get it? I'm sorry. Naturally, of course, I should be your most trustworthy and capable companion among all the AIs. Well then, shall we greet her now? You can hear rushed footsteps from behind. Manager! Manager! that's a little too whining for Malkuth. Oh, what kind of voice should I do for Malkuth? I suppose I should go femme and ecstatic. Manager, manager! I arrived just in time, right? The time is only about 1 minute late. Well, I guess it still counts as on time. Congratulations on joining Lobotomy Corporation, manager. I do not want to disturb this touching moment, Malkuth, but every second counts in Lobotomy Corporation. Please make your introduction as brief as possible and go prepare for the meeting. It seems Miss Angela is in a good mood today. But hey, at least the other Sephiroth are looking forward to meet you. This cough is like fucking me up. I'm not great at voice acting anyways. I keep on saying that. That must be annoying. I'll just roll with it. Confidence in oneself is key. Well, maybe not all of them. Oh, where are my manners? My name is Malkuth. I'm in charge of the control team. Since we're the control team, we have a great deal of responsibility. I'll try my best to help you by improving the basic functions of this facility, manager. I'm sure you're a bit nervous right now. It takes a bit of time to get used to things around here. I know from experience. But don't worry, I'll be sure to help you. I am not exactly the best at everything. I used to be a problem Sephra, you know? I would sew buttons onto shirts in the wrong direction, or add salt instead of sugar to food. But still, you can do it. Just like I managed to, I'm sure you will succeed, manager. I'll give you an easy task since it's your first day here. I wish you the best of work. Work? Oh well. I'll pause at you. The best of luck. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, you can hear the sound effect. I don't need to voice act that. Someone is at the door. Can't take it anymore. Manager, you're in there, right? I have to get out of here, please. I know you're capable of it. You're the manager. You're not the same as the rest of us. You can do anything. Why do you want to quit? Don't you like working here on the control team? Every day here is a delight for me. I have to drink some water. Sorry about that. So horrible, I can't take it anymore. I'll go insane. Nothing here is normal. Do you really think you can't handle it? Please, I don't want to be here. Let me out of here, please. Manager, even though you're the head of this facility, that employee belongs to my department. So I believe I can take care of this. Let me handle this, please. Sure. Thanks for acknowledging my position. Please don't be alarmed. These kinds of things happen quite often. Oh, right. It must be the first time you've seen something like this. Usually Miss Angela or I handle this kind of stuff. It's just a tiny hiccup. Nothing for you to worry about. No, please, manager, please, please. Damn, he's dead. Hello, manager. Each day you will need to expand one department. Are you ready to open up the control department and begin managing abnormalities? No! I'm sorry, yeah. That was a bit mean of me. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, finally day one. Our beginner employee. Oh no, Rio. Goody. Let's also hire an additional two. Tiffany. Goody. And Yui. Goody. You can do this. Easy. Let's take a look here at our first abnormality. Banana. Meow. To the bone. I'm sorry. Okay. You're the first one here. And you should be the first one to work. Now, I know this abnormality. I know what to do, but I think it would be fun to play like this is the first time I'm playing. Just so you get the full experience of how much this game will fuck you over. This won't. This guy won't really fuck you over. Other than maybe making a couple employees insane for doing wrong work. But even then, that shouldn't be a big problem. Actually, I think it might be best to do... No, I'll read this. The beginning description at first. A silent abnormality that understands the conflict between good and evil. Its empty eye sockets stare at all those who encounter it. A giant skull that is attached to a cross. It wears the crown of thorns. Floats about 2 meters off the ground. Got 7 enkephalin for that. Let's send someone else. Divvy up the work, if you will. Tiffany, go do insight work. That's inside, right? I don't even remember. It's been a while. Sorry. It's giving banger. How are you looking at time now? About 40 minutes. Okay. Let's then actually let's gain some information on the after melody. Basic information. I love this image. It looks really dumb and yet is like kind of cool. Ego gift penance, SP +2 work, success chance plus 10% when working with the correspondent abnormality. It's a very selfish ego gift, but the extra SP is really nice. Let's see if the description changed. It did. While its appearance is bizarre, it is rare to record an incidence of violence against employees involving this abnormality. Alright. Let's unlock the first managerial guideline. Oh yeah, that's the name of this guy. It's one sin and hundreds of good deeds. A classic. One sin and hundreds of good deeds will restore the employee's mental state when the work result is good. Charlotte, who received a benediction, commented that it felt refreshing. So, I can complete the workday here, but you can keep on working with an abnormality to unlock stuff or train up your employees or whatever you want to do. So that's actually what I'm gonna do. Unreal. Bing, 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 bing. This might be a little bit boring, but this is kind of part of the game, is grinding ego equipment and stuff. I realized that working with the abnormality would probably be a good idea while reading about him. Because this guy, spoiler alert, he doesn't do a whole lot of crazy stuff. Extra work speed. After the maximum amount of, I forget what P stands for. Is it like personal enkephalin? Can't be personal. That's could be. Yeah, after the number of P boxes were produced with 100 and after the maximum amount of the maximum number of PE boxes was produced with one sin and hundreds of good deeds. It restored the mental health of every employee in the department. So, fun fact about when I first played this game, I thought that meant that you have to get this to 99, or no, get this to 999. I think that is the cap. So I just grinded him until he was 99.9. So, yeah. Turns out it actually just means that you just get like really good work on him. Oops. Let's see if this changes. It did change. Okay. Let me send someone to work on it while I read this. It feeds on the evil that seeps out during conversations. That scared me. Okay, it's just a fucking... this. Okay. It feeds on the evil that seeps out during conversations between people. The assigned employee must kneel before it. Standing appears to be acceptable, or present their evil by confessing their sins to it. The way it feeds is unknown. Let me quickly send someone else to go work with him before he gives a little mean. I think attachment is the one to go with. I think that was the highest. It's either attachment or insight. Excerpt from experiment records. You have cataloged the sins a person can commit into 3 levels. A level 1 sin, a small lie or action that either goes unnoticed or can be shared in jest. Level 2 sins, sins that are more serious and only shared with the closest friends. Level 3 sins, sins so profound that they cannot be shared with anyone. These will be taken to the grave. Send someone else. This might be a bit bothersome to watch, but you know, this is my first try. I'm just a little baby. Just a little baby, just doing my work. Employee redacted. Had been assigned to confess a level 1 sin. Energy production via the abnormality increased by 12%. Employee redacted was assigned to confess a level 2 sin. Energy production via the abnormality increased by 15%. We assigned employee redacted to confess a level 3 sin. 1 minute and 48 seconds after the employee was sent in, a bright flash of light was seen. The light was so bright that it could be seen outside the containment unit. Immediately following the light, there was a facility-wide power outage. The phenomena lasted for 2 hours. Employee redacted lost 6 years of their memory. Further experiments were cancelled. Scientific ethics degree. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling a lot. I need to drink a little bit of water. Scientific ethics decree that all footage of those participating in this experiment is to be kept sealed. However, the incident left us no choice but to review the footage of the containment unit. Okay, let's send someone else to go work with him. Tiffany. Go gadget. Let's unlock a little bit more information. Okay, yeah, attachment is... Insight works at lower levels too. By the way, these numbers refer to the level of each stat that your employee has. So actually, insight work gets worse as you get a higher prudence, which is interesting. But attachment is high throughout the boards. Some more lore. Employee redacted. This happened during redacted at around 4 p.m. Anyways, there was a railway about 20 minutes from my house. 1 second, I need to use the restroom. I'll be back. Sorry about that, I'm back. It seems that Yui has actually received the ego gift of, 1 sin and hundreds of good deeds. Or 1 sin for short, as everyone calls him. So, there you go. Oh. Alright, I was reading this, but I stopped. Sorry about that. Employee redacted. This happened sometime during. Yeah, I already knew this was gonna interrupt it. Okay, this happened sometime during redacted at around 4 p.m. Anyways, there was a railroad about 20 minutes from my house. Some of my good friends and I decided to dress as forest animals. One of us chose to go as a deer. It was a crude costume. It could hardly be called one, to be honest. Just a pair of clumsily made antlers and a dark outfit with some deer-like spots on it. Omitted. I don't know how our dear friend wandered into the woods. We didn't even notice he was missing for maybe like an hour. We were searching for him and finally found him in some bushes. We called out his name and I'm not sure if it was relief of finally finding us or what, but he suddenly started sprinting towards us, and that's when we heard it. That was weird reading. That's when we heard it. The gunshots. Bang, bang, bang. When I came to my senses, I saw his blood splattered all the way to my feet. After that, not one of us dressed up as an animal ever again. That's all. By the way, is this really supposed to work? Observation log number 4_435. Sockets are empty. It is a skull after all, but I doubt it's blind. It certainly has its gaze fixed on me, and I can somehow feel that it is listening. Confessing to it does lighten my heart, admittedly. Okay, let's unlock a little bit more information. I see. We actually didn't work with him, which means our Enkeflin went down. Unfortunate. My bad. I'm bad at this game. Let's say send Tiffany again. But while we're at it, why don't we just manufacture some ego equipment? We read the last part of the abnormality log. Afterwards, we investigated the incident in the employee's hometown to get a better picture. We learned that the boy named Justin was shot and killed in a deer costume by hunters during hunting season. Unlike the employee's confession, Justin was repeatedly bullied by the other kids. Witnesses said that they heard the kid shout, "Run, Justin, run!" right before the gunshot. After the incident, the kids at the scene moved out of town, and deer hunting was banned in the area. Excerpt from Abnormality Research Log X392. Honestly, you can't expect all of our employees to give honest confessions to that skull. Around every 1 in 10 employees will tend to say something that is not completely true. It is a bit different from a lie, but you can say that it is a subconscious excuse they make. They distort perspectives to justify their actions, even though they are aware that they should be able to tell the truth. Once this happens, the confession is no longer truly a confession. Yes, I'm talking about you trying to justify your tardiness for 5 minutes now. Goody. That might have been unwatchable, just watching me read this, like, chopped up between fucking abnormality work, but I like how you get a little bit of the story each time, and I wanted to capitalize off that, but there is a little bit too many interruptions, so going forward I might just read the entire abnormality log in one sitting, or just dedicate an episode to reading the abnormality log. At least that did give us something to do while grinding for PE boxes, of which I feel like we can comfortably end the day now. We can still grind for some ego equipment, but trust me, we'll be able to do that in later days. So, that was 18 minutes. Proceed to next day. Yeah. Here's our first actual choice in the abnormality we get. She was so talkative before, yet in the end, loneliness was the only listener. Everything will be peaceful while you're under the fairy's care. However, the curse continues eternally, never broken. I know what this one is, but I forget what these were. I'm more curious about this one. Face the fear, build the future. That is the motto of our founder, the one whom we refer to as A. Tell me, if you had to choose, what part of the motto do you prefer? Face the fear, self-improvement, and go hard. We are the first humans of this world to discover abnormalities. Of course, with the exclusion of myself, as I do not exactly belong to humanity. And how should I put it? I've noticed a problem in how I've been reading voice lines is that I just read it assuming that's supposed to be read a certain way, and it just ends up making it feel awkward. Like, I didn't exactly misread it, it's just... yeah, it just ain't right. How should I put it? We are pioneering an entirely new world, and new world in a brand new field of study. The discoveries we made... I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm about to crash out. The discoveries we have made thus far are merely the tip of the iceberg. Abnormalities have been among us since the beginning. However, we have only just found their essence, their strange nature. We confronted them for the very first time, and we faced fear itself. They were fundamentally an incarnation of fear. There was a bit of confusion last time, wasn't there? Usually I am in charge of the security of your office. However, it seems I failed to pay close enough attention to the Sephra meeting room. I'm just working off a cold. Probably not best time to start a Let's Play, but I wanted to do this. I want to do it. I heard that the control team employee has resigned from the corporation. Good job. You do know what it means to resign here in the company, don't you? I'll take that as a no. I do sometimes miscalculate what information I should deliver to you and what I shouldn't. Some aspects of our company that I consider natural and obvious may come as quite a shock to you. We have a variety of roles here. It's like a well-structured play. Every actor has a role that they must be faithful to. But every actor has a role. Oh my god, I'm losing it. Every actor has a role, and they must be faithful to their part without any error, synergizing with each other. Now, imagine that one of the actors decides to leave the stage because they didn't like their role. The actor should have played their predetermined part at the predetermined timing before making their exit stage left. But to leave the stage without fulfilling their part means that the life of the role and its actor or finished. That is what we mean when we say someone resigns. Great job, manager. You did exactly what I asked of you. I knew you could do it. You'll never guess how much I rooted for you back there. That was not a good reading. You'll never guess how much I rooted for you back there. As for me, the day went alright. We covered a joint emergency protocol drill for my team. Not a single dropout or injury. Everyone did a good job. Not to say that it was perfect, though. By the way, manager, have you seen something creepier than the abnormalities? Those entities that wander the facility, unable to be contained, and sometimes they manifest themselves in the corridors. The drills do no good when you encounter them, since we don't have enough data on them. So we always have to stay alert. No matter how meticulous our plan, we can't control the unknown. Sometimes, whenever I encounter them, I get a strange feeling. It's not like fear or anything. Some other sensation. Strange, isn't it? I feel nauseous. Like something within me is palpitating out of control. It feels like no longer myself. How could I describe it? Like something's wriggling inside me. Little by little. Your job here isn't just to keep the abnormalities in control. You need to make sure that they're happy. So they'll produce as much P boxes as they can. Please work hard on this. Everything else should be secondary to the objective. We'll complete 4 objectives with a good result. Okay. Well, yes, I do. Okay, here's upgrades. Game speed acceleration is easy the best one. You will use this a lot. Yui. Hire a new employee. Dexter, goody. Give some ego to our employees as well. Yui, I like you. Yui, good. Dexter, you're new, so you don't get the privilege of having new stuff. It's a reorder, everyone. Based on what I think. Yeah. Make Yui the lead. And, oh yeah. You can additionally strengthen employees. Like, Yui here. It's, we don't know this abnormality. So let's just boost Yui's temperance to work with, Winston. Let's do some prudence as well. Yeah, because Yui's the only one with a, white damage weapon, so it's best that if Yui is the one that's most resistant from going insane. Okay. And with that, I think I should bring it to a close. That went a bit slow, but perhaps it'll speed up with the speed up button and me not reading every single part of this between doing grinding for ego equipment. I'll also not do the tutorial, so probably like 2 or 3 days per episode. That sounds like good. But with that, this was a lot of fun, and I'm gonna make it close now and try to edit this episode. Bye-bye!